The Imola race has been cancelled, but talk of the rumoured Mercedes upgrades still rages on. Andrew Shovlin, the engineering director of the team, has disclosed that these updates are expected to help Mercedes regain competitiveness and challenge Red Bull once again. And rival Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has shared his perspective on the Silver Arrow's intended upgrades for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Let's see what they have to say about the new version of the W14. Don't go anywhere. Mercedes' performance in the current season has led team principal Toto Wolff to describe the W14 car as poisonous to drive. Lewis Hamilton, the team's 7-time world champion driver, also expressed his eagerness for the upgrades, mentioning that he was counting down the days until they were introduced after the Miami GP. During a team debrief on Mercedes' YouTube channel, Andrew Shovlin revealed that the decision to develop these upgrades was made as early as the Bahrain Grand Prix, with the objective of providing Mercedes with a fresh direction in their car development. He said, "Well, if we go all the way back to the Bahrain race, that was when we realised that we didn't have a package that was going to allow us to fight for a world championship. And we continued on that same development direction. We couldn't end up in a position where we felt we could challenge Red Bull. So it was around that time when we took some decisions on how we develop the car, how the car works aerodynamically, how we shape the characteristics of the car, how it is in terms of handling. What we're going to be bringing to the track in Imola is the first step of that work. This takes quite a long time to develop in the wind tunnel. You can't just do these things overnight, but the Imola package is the first step in that direction. We're hoping to bring other updates later in the year. We do hope it is quicker. We hope it is better in terms of qualifying and race pace. But as I said, the key thing is not just looking to bring a lap time update. We're looking to head off in a different developmental direction, one that we think gives us a better chance in the long term of being able to challenge for race wins and world championships." Christian Horner has declined to answer a question regarding Mercedes' upcoming upgrades for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix and refrained from expressing his belief in them. The Silver Arrows team had announced their intention to introduce new components as early as the season's first race at Imola. While talking to Financial Times, Horner stated, "We're now heading back into the European season where the first round of the big upgrades are coming, and if you believe Mercedes, they have a completely new car coming. It's still early days. It's very easy to get carried away with what's going on here and now, but developments that are coming in the pipeline with other teams, I'm sure, are only going to converge the grid." Now it's time to talk Lewis. In the midst of rumours surrounding a possible transfer to Ferrari, Toto Wolff discussed the potential absence of Lewis Hamilton in the future. Merely a fortnight after affirming Mercedes' unwavering dedication to retaining Lewis, a fresh statement has emerged that may provide further insight. During a recent dialogue with PlanetF1.com, the head of the Mercedes team shared the following remarks. "I want the best for him, but in that role I need the best for the team. That can be the only time in our 10 or 11 years when we are together and our objectives diverge. There is a clear division within Mercedes regarding their outlook for the remainder of the 2023 season. Toto Wolff asserts that the upgrades they had planned for the cancelled Imola Grand Prix were significant, indicating optimism. On the other hand, George Russell suggests that expectations should remain modest, implying that substantial progress may not be imminent. Although Lewis Hamilton managed to secure a podium finish in Melbourne, it seems unlikely that such results will be commonplace. The team's potential car improvements and performance in the upcoming race will also factor into the final determination. When a relationship is as close as the bond between Toto Wolff and Lewis Hamilton, discussing contracts can become quite uncomfortable. Both Wolff and Hamilton were closely associated with the remarkable period of dominance that the Mercedes team enjoyed from 2014 to 2021. Throughout this time, with Wolff serving as team principal and partial owner, and Hamilton being one half of the driver pairing, Mercedes secured an unprecedented 8 consecutive constructors' titles, while Hamilton achieved 6 drivers' titles, ultimately becoming a 7-time world champion. The level of success at Mercedes is not currently as prominent as it was in the past. However, Hamilton has expressed his intention to continue with Mercedes beyond the F1 2023 season, which means that he and Wolff need to come to terms on a new contract to achieve that goal. This situation brings some discomfort for Wolff, particularly when it comes to discussing the financial aspects of the agreement. Fortunately, they have the support of Hamilton's manager, Penny Thole, who plays a role in keeping both parties grounded and ensuring productive negotiations. While talking to ESPN, Wolff said, "It's super awkward. Every 3 years we know that we have this moment, and it's like negotiating financial terms with your best friend, with a close friend. How do you tackle that? Normally you don't have such a situation. I want the best for him, but in that role I need the best for the team. That can be the only time in our 10 or 11 years when we're together and our objectives change. At the end of the day, talking about money with your friend is difficult. Penny helps. Penny has been keeping us in check, and we have found a good modus operandi with her about how we talk. We avoid talking to each other about money, but we both talk to Penny." Hamilton agreed with his friend and team boss, Wolff, acknowledging the uncomfortable nature of discussing financial terms. He further emphasized that throughout his career, he has never resorted to playing politics by leveraging a rival team to increase his current team's offer. Speculations about Hamilton potentially joining Ferrari have resurfaced lately, as the confirmation of a contract extension with Mercedes is yet to be announced. "There is no panic over the contract," Hamilton explained. "We will get to it. Neither of us feel pressure. We're always honest. So, if Toto was talking to someone, he would tell me and vice versa. I've never ever in my whole time gone and spoken behind a team's back to someone else to see if I can get them to raise the bar so that he has to raise his bar. I've never played that game, and he hasn't either. So, we've always been straight shooters. But I think ultimately having such a close relationship makes it hard sometimes having hard business discussions, because emotion is involved and we have to be very careful to step out of the circle, put the relationship aside and focus on business and what's best for us both business-wise. But we have managed to find that balance really well over the years. Undoubtedly, Hamilton's departure from Mercedes would ignite the F1 silly season, triggering intense speculations about potential moves and driver shuffles. If Hamilton were to leave Mercedes, several options could emerge. However, it seems unlikely that Charles Leclerc would part ways with Ferrari, as he has recently expressed complete trust in the team's new principal, Fred Vasseur. In such a scenario, Carlos Sainz would likely be the driver affected. Esteban Ocon's name has been mentioned as a candidate given his association with the Mercedes family. Other drivers like Lando Norris, Valtteri Bottas and Daniel Ricciardo have also been subjects of speculation and could be considered as potential options. Who do you think is best suited to replace Sir Lewis? Tell us in the comments section below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.